All right, so Dark Water. I believe this is the Anne Hathaway movie, right?
Sure. You know me
You're
and
like, I don't
yep,
know.
yep, no. As long as it's not Drew Barrymore, I'm good to go.
All right. Let's do this. Three, two, one, play.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Oh, it's the Hulk.
Yeah, I was gonna say it too.
Hi, Grammars.
Grammars?
What are you doing here?
Please tell me he's got an accent.
Your grandma tells me her grandson's some fancy environment lawyer down in Cincinnati.
I am a corporate defense attorney.
So?
I defend chemical companies.
Well, now you can defend me.
How many did you lose?
190.
190 cows.
You tell me nothing's wrong here.
That looked like Bill Belichick.
It's a small matter for a family friend. Help a guy who needs it.
The farmer or you? That's chemicals, I'm telling you.
I'm seeing documents I don't understand. They're hiding something. That chemical. What if you drank it?
Drink it? It's like saying, what if I swallowed a tire?
What if whatever's killing those cows is in the drinking water?
That's
Is this
DuPont.
in Kentucky?
Better living through chemistry.
Flint, Michigan?
It's our DNA.
You need to tell me what in the hell's going on.
DuPont is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents for the last 40 years. You knew, still you did nothing.
You want to flush your career down the toilet for some cowhand?
You want to take everything that you know and turn it against an
love
iconic
it.
American company, like an informant. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
Yes.
They have all the money, all the firepower, and they'll use it. I know. I was one of them. Our government is captive to DuPont. They're trying to force you to make me stop.
He was willing to risk his job, his family, for a stranger who needed his help.
The system is rigged. They want us to think it'll protect us. We protect us. We do.
Holy shit!
That looks so good.
What a
Like,
cast! That was a great cast, great
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
And they're saying
the-
DuPont, and I'm like, oh god, it might be Tennessee. Oh no!
Please don't be Tennessee. That looked extraordinary. Like at first it was a little slow. I'm like, okay, so he's a lawyer. He's gonna go defend somebody in his small town, and then it just took off, and I'm like, whoa, this is amazing.
That
Oh.
fucking cast is good. I really like that.
Jeez.
I don't know how to react. I got goosebumps every time I lift my arm like this and I go like that. It's me getting goosebumps, by the way, which is usually a good sign.
Yeah, definitely.
But oh yeah,
That comes out in November. Like that's not that far away.
I might actually see that one. Like you know me,
It
I
looks
don't.
good.
I don't go to the theater to,
No,
and watch
you don't.
movies. I might actually see this. That was ooh.
Yeah,
What
like
a-
that.
I love the cast. I love the story. I love the
Yeah.
fucking.
The suspense. The trailer was really, really well edited. And it kind of just it started off here and then it
felt
just
like Arlington Road a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, I love that story plot, that conspiracy, and the fact that they're knowingly poisoning all of these people, probably to get rich and make money and keep control of the government and all that. That
They're-
just looks so.
No,
interesting.
they're not doing it to kill the people. They're doing
no.
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But they're knowingly doing it. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we know that we're doing
Because
this, but we
the proper
don't
way
care.
of disposing that would cost so much money and cut into the profits of the company. Remember,
Exactly.
I worked environmental science for 5 years.
Yeah.
I did the tests on that company. DuPont, I did
Did
tests
you?
of their water and their soils.
Oh my god.
I have stories that I could tell you about that stuff. But I mean, we got DuPont quite like often, but once a year we would get like 17, like those big ass coolers you take to like tailgates. We get 17 to 25 of those filled to the brim of water and soil samples, and it is this a true story or based on one?
You're like,
Because
what was I
the
involved
reason
in?
the reason why we might have been having to test those is maybe because of shit in this movie, like the way it portrays it going down. The government may have acted where they have to continuously for 20 years test everything that comes down, because we're testing the streams and the actual soils and everything through. I want to see this movie.
Yeah,
like,
you have
badly.
to. You definitely have to see this movie, because if you had worked with that company,
No, I didn't work for DuPont. I worked for
No,
Environmental
I'm
Science.
sorry. Yes. But you had
But I tested
they were
their
a client.
stuff.
Yeah.
I tested a lot of their stuff, and you can cut this part out. So I'll stop for a second. I'll stop, and okay. We actually had a company out in, I think it was Hawaii, that bought a plot of land, and they wanted to build a elementary school on that plot of land.
Okay.
And so what they did was they bought the land, they took a core sample, where about 3 inches wide, down to 17 feet, and actually sent us every 6 inches the actual soil so we could test it and see what's in it. After we tested it and sent it back, they were denied access to build a school, because that specific point of land had been hit during Pearl Harbor, and it had extensive lead in the soil, so they got denied to build an elementary school on top of it. Like shit like that.
Good, but
So I enjoyed working there, but it's a job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.